Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. I am Tanya, your astrologer, and can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Like, what is going on in the heavens right now? Specifically, late March 2020. Like, what is happening? I would like to know. Let's look at the chart because there's a lot going on that's actually really telling. And so, if you're a student of astrology or if you're just like astro interested and you're like just dabbling in, that's great. This video is for everybody. So yeah, what's going on? Well, we have a new moon in Aries happening. Happy new moon, everybody. Coronavirus quarantine. So that's pretty much the tone of that, because literally you cannot make this ish up. You cannot make it up. The new moon is happening 2 degrees away from Chiron, the wounded healer. So this is like an asteroid that is represented through the lore of this god Chiron, and he was like this incredible medicine man. He was able to like heal everybody, okay? Everybody, no matter the warrior, no matter the wound, no matter what the reason was, he could heal the gods, he could heal anyone, except himself. He had this really tragic like Roman Greek themed life, right? And so what happened? Well, the gods cast him up. He was in so much pain because he couldn't heal himself. They cast him up in the heavens as a celestial being. So here we are, Chiron, this asteroid that rules the part of us individually in a natal chart where we provide healing but still ourselves have a wound. That Chiron asteroid right now in the heavens, y'all, is conjunct the new moon by 2 freaking degrees. So our collective, as we experience this moon collectively, as we experience all transits collectively at any given moment in time, is happening conjunct Chiron. So this is like a new moon that's demanding us so much. Let's break it down. Let's just break it down. Take a breath and break it down. Number one, what is this new moon realistically calling for us to do? It's in the sign of Aries. Aries is the most independent sign of the zodiac. It's the first sign of the zodiac. It comes after Pisces, the wheel repeats, right? But it's the initiator. Aries is the entrepreneur. Aries is the creative, innovative genius within, from that regard. They have a lot of gumption. They'll stand for something real strong, whatever that means for them. And they're going to hold their own because they believe in something that is what their mission is at any given moment in time, because Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the mission planet. So when Mars has a mission, it's the general, if we want to give it an archetype association, Mars, that is. When Aries, being ruled by Mars, okay, has a mission, Aries will accomplish said mission. And if they don't accomplish it, then they're going to get one hell of a good start on it, because that's what Aries is good at. Aries is not always known to be like the best finisher, but in the context of this astrological collectively experienced chart, Aries energy, we need to like zoom out a little bit, get onto like what the collective meaning of the Aries vibes are, okay? And that is that you are being reprocessed. You are going through a reformation, whatever that means for you. This whole global pandemic thing has definitely been helping us all with that along, like really manifest this chart, because I'm looking at it like, OMG, there's like so much here that I haven't even gotten to that's just like telling us where we're at right now and what this period is meant to be as a collective, symbologically, I don't even know if that's a word, it is now, whatever I just said, symbolically, that's the word, that's the real word, symbolically, what this new moon is meant to do for us and be for us, okay? So like, right away, it's Aries energy. We're being called to reform our individual selves. We're being called to reform in some way our own existence and what we stand for. And I don't have all the answers, y'all, but I'm just telling you the astrology of it. So let's just take that ambiguity and run with it. Because at the end of the day, Aries is what stands up for something. And that's what it comes down to, is like the heavens are asking you right now, what do you stand for? It's like this very bold, like, whew. Just gonna take a sip. What do you stand for? That's the Aries energy of this new moon. Because Aries is the general of the lore. Aries is the sergeant, the person who executes orders, and they can also be like just leaders, okay? Like straight up leaders. It doesn't have to be for the sake of war, for Pete's sake. Although many, connections could be drawn, whatever. But point being, it's like, what do you stand for? What are you doing in your daily lives that's showing you and showing those around you who you actually are in connection with home and family, especially because the North Node is in Cancer now at 3 degrees at the time of this new moon. I mean, it's all about going home, and we're in a freaking quarantine. Can we break it down any further? The North Node, yeah, we can. Answer. North Node is in Cancer, which is home, which is everything related to one's root. So everything, not just like your immediate home, but people in distant family or family that's like the core of them that they've moved away from. These are all themes that are coming back for the collective at this point in time. Homelands, right? All these different national expressions. National? Where am I from? No, all these different national expressions coming out of like home and this environment that's like safe and protective, that is local to them and their immediate environment of their country. That's being highlighted, and the states are being highlighted within that, because if you want to talk about what nations are attributed to what energies and so forth, the states are represented by Cancer. So there's a lot of energy in the sign that is. So there's a lot of energy for us to reflect on, especially in the US, but everywhere, because this is an omnipresent chart across the entire globe. And so, all the nationalities. We also have a V sextile, and that's interesting because that's between Taurus and Capricorn and Pisces. So that's like those 3 energies, in other words, are being like somehow supported and supporting of whatever's happening right now. And what's like eerie about this sky is that the only negative or so-called negative, the only challenging aspect here is happening between Uranus and Saturn, and it's at a 3 degree, 4 degree-ish orb, and so that's like just now starting to get real tight. But like Saturn just entered Aquarius, and if you didn't watch my video on that, I have a whole video on that. But like, that's a big deal. It's a big generational deal for us to collectively be experiencing this reign into the new era, the era of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. You all know the song, right? So it's like that only negative aspect is that Saturn that just went, and I'm saying negative like so loosely, don't come after me for saying that, but is Saturn coming into Aquarius square Uranus, which is surprise. It's like electricity, it's explosions, it's all sorts of like just random things like you did not expect, that you did not see coming. It's also like miracles, benevolent workers of extraterrestrial lineage, angelic lineage, any kind of like higher life form that's associated with like a divine source is Uranus. Okay, so like this force, Uranus, is squaring with Saturn, which is considered in some mythological heritages of astrological interpretation and knowledge as being hell or Lucifer, because it's like a malefic, and it takes things away, and it kills, and it cuts, and it severs, and it's time, and the negative things that can happen to one's third dimensional, aka Saturnian ruled body over time, aka degeneration, illness, collapse. Saturn rules all this stuff, y'all. Pluto and Saturn are like the great destroyers. They'll just destroy some shit. They don't give no fucks. They're in there, all they're done. Tornado, Kali Ma status, But like Uranus is like the divine angelic beings, the people, the energies around us of higher vibrations that are giving us the zhuzh, that are giving us the life force that we need to survive. And so those 2 energies are going not at combat per se, but maybe they are actually in the heavens and so forth and beyond. But Venus is in Taurus, giving Uranus additional support. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so that's a good thing for us. There's many good things to focus on here, but how are you using home and family to your advantage? How are you standing for something that you mean? How are you being honest with yourself and honoring your own inner wounded healer and healing others and healing yourself in the process? May the stars be with you. If you want a reading, go ahead and DM me. I'm available for that. Or if you're on the YouTube platform, email me at wisdomdropsallz's@gmail.com. May the stars be with you.